Question 1. When did you decide to become General Secretary?
I only decided to become General Secretary about a week before
You're a
elections.
first hopper then, aren't you?
No. The reason I decided to become General Secretary, I ruled it out before because I was meant to be going straight into the army and I didn't think that was possible to be delayed. And I managed to speak to the army and get that extended. Once I decided to run for a SAB, having changed my mind on whether or not I was able to do it, I thought it was good to consider all the positions, because what I'm concerned about is not my ego at being General Secretary, but actually how best I can help this union and move and improve real students' lives.
You've had a major emphasis on neutrality throughout the campaign so far and in your campaign literature. How are you going to stop UGMs and student experiences from becoming mind-numbingly dull?
I'm not. There's no way of me making everything this is what it's going to be. What I want to do is allow better public debate on these issues. I think neutrality isn't the thing that needs to be focused on here. What we need to focus on is allowing people to discuss things in a productive way. Because most people find the UGM mind-numbingly dull.
Do you think you have the authority on what's a good debate then?
I think I have a lot of experience here, but what's more is I'm the only candidate who's offered real opportunity to change the way the UGM is going to work with a new forum for actual discussion on issues that doesn't get bogged down in 2-minute speeches on constitutions.
But the UGM, everything like that, General Secretary is a very specific role. You have to talk to the school. How would you describe your personal relationship with Howard Davies or Andy Farrell? Are you in good terms with them? Do you often talk to them?
I'm in fairly good terms with them. I've known Howard Davies since my first year, when he helped me run the trip to China with the Grimshaw Club, and I spoke to him in the run-up and the following that. Andy Farrell I've spoken with, but again, I think my relationship, even as not knowing them as in-depth as Alan probably does, is probably going to be better, because I get on better with them and have less of a clash, having not stormed the council room that they were in.
Is there not going to be a problem though when you have to go up against Howard?
I don't think there will be a problem. I think this is the advantage we have, is in a new phase we're able to push further with new ideas so that they'll be more receptive to them, rather than it being seen straight away as, oh, it's just us against them. We can actually have a productive dialogue. But when it counts, I will campaign for it, as I have done on the 24-hour library campaign when it still ran last year before it stopped this year.
The phrase improving the student experience is banned from the next answer. Why are you running? You spent 26 grand.
No, I get paid more if I took a different job. I have another job there, it's not the 26 grand. I think what it is actually is that we need to refocus this union and make it relevant to people. It's gone off the tracks, and even things that are meant to have mattered this year haven't happened. Like awareness raising on campus has gone down. The quality of services that those people get has gone down. Asian students and people who are here for a career get sidetracked entirely. I think I'm the only candidate for a SAB position who's even lived in Asia. But more than that, I think we should be focusing on those issues that actually matter for people, because they come here for an education, to get the qualification skills they want, so they can go on and get a job afterwards. And that's being lost at the moment because people see us as political theatre through the UGM. We should be so much more than that. And we need to use every way we can to tell people why they should get involved, not just asking them to suddenly pay attention.
So we should be more career focused in the SU, is that what you're saying?
No, I think we should make our broader appeal. I think, yes, there should be more of an element where we're pushing for issues that matter. And this is why I put teaching at the top of my agenda, because I think that's one of the things that does matter. And although Emmanuel has done some good work, lots of things have been delayed this year, and I want to make sure that our General Secretary is leading the charge on this issue, because I think it's at top for most people.
I'm sorry, but that's a bit amateur, isn't it? I mean, teaching reform, helping with careers, the school does this already. You're just going to turn the union into a carbon copy of the school, duplicating services they already provide.
No, I disagree. We're not going to replicate these services. I'm not going to start amateur classes in the student union. The problem is that the school isn't providing these to the level they should be. Teaching isn't as good as it should be, and the value of an LSE degree is going down. It's not the only thing I'm going to do, but we need to stop alienating people through appearing to be something that just applicable to sort of small minority of students. We need to make our appeal much broader, so people have a real incentive. Like we're at the LSE, like people will do things if it's in their interest to. Let's offer them an incentive for practical ways of improving their lives.
Speaking of political theatre, why did you support the occupation?
Why do I support the occupation? I think that what we need to do is raise political awareness. I don't think the occupation, I would have supported it more effectively, so we could have brought it to a quicker conclusion at the end. Because I think as it dragged on, actually it did cause problems on campus. That said, I think we need to respect students, and when allegations are made against students, we need to stand up for them on both sides, whether they're being called anti-Semitic or Islamophobic, or just feeling persecuted. And I don't think that happened effectively enough now, and we need to make sure that that message gets out there.
So, did you think Alan did a good job during the occupation, or would you have changed his role completely if it was you in his shoes?
I don't think he did a perfect job. I think that we could have done a lot more. If you look at the differences between what the school offered the occupation after in their first letter and what they got at the end, and even what their demands were, they were very small. What we needed was a general secretary who could bring the school down so they actually negotiate this face-to-face and resolve those issues straight away, rather than being battered out in a long process of messages and things over the period of 7 days. That could have been sorted in 3 hours.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.